Since the bull run began, hundreds of people have been horribly gored, and many have lost their lives. Thousands invade Pamplona to experience the sheer thrill of facing death. This summer, firefighter Andy Minton is one of them.
At home, I had a lot of friends tell me I'm crazy, but it's something I've always wanted to do ever since I was a teenager, and finally put some money together, and here it is. Hopefully it's the first of many trips to Pamplona.
Andy's agreed to take part in our experiment to see how the body responds at moments of acute danger, like being chased by 6 angry bulls.
Okay, we got a heart rate monitor here. It's going to go around my torso.
He'll be wired up to a whole variety of medical sensors. First, a heart rate monitor. This will relay information to a special watch he'll wear on his wrist.
It's like it's fluctuating between 104 and 110. That's a little high. That's a little high. I can feel my heart beating in my chest right now. This blood pressure cuff, it's going to go on my left wrist. We're going to get a blood pressure reading right now. See how excited I am. About an hour and 15 minutes before the run. Got 159 over 112, so it's a little high already. Finally, I'm going to put a swab in my mouth. It's going to measure the cortisol level. It's a stress hormone.
The body chemical cortisol is closely associated with adrenaline. Adrenaline may save Andy's life, enabling him to run faster than he's ever done before. Now that Andy is rigged and ready, all he has to do is to wait.
I feel excited. It's an hour before the run, and we watch him erect the barriers. I'm ready to go. The possibility of death by a bull it's there, it's real. It's in the back of my mind.
The bulls are released. Andy waits for them to come near. In the tradition of the bull run, the challenge is to get as close to a charging bull as you dare, without getting gored. The bulls are just inches away, and Andy's body is flooded with a massive burst of adrenaline. His cortisol levels more than doubled. From a normal resting rate of 72 beats per minute, Andy's heart rate rockets, tripling to an amazing 230 beats per minute.
Definitely in fear. You're definitely in fear. You can feel the stomp of the feet and the hooves and everything. It's wow. It's incredible.
The fear instincts that we rely on to save our lives are immensely powerful, so it's very difficult to turn them off at will. Now, I like to think of myself as a really rational human being. But no matter how often I'm told that these spiders are harmless and can't possibly hurt me, I'm terrified about being even this close to them. This machine is called a relaxometer, and it measures my stress levels by measuring the amount of sweat on my fingertips electrically. And at the moment, when I switch it on, as you can see, I'm fairly relaxed, so the sound it's making is a low pitch. But As I sweat more and get more and more stressed, so the pitch rises to a high squeal. I'm not looking forward to this, but let's see what happens when it crawls over my hand. Although I know these spiders are harmless, I simply can't control my reactions. But why are so many of us afraid of spiders? And snakes. The fear is a legacy from a time when these creatures were a very real threat to our survival. That's why, across all cultures and continents, we're primed to spot them instantly. And fear of snakes is the #1 fear. Here in Los Angeles, we've set up an experiment. We've reassured everyone that these snakes aren't poisonous. But can the modern temptation of a $10 bill overcome our ancient fear?
$10 is not enough.
But there's just so many of them.
I could never put my hand in there, ever. Oh, for anybody in the world. I know it sounds crazy, but I have chills even being near them. I know it sounds like a chick thing, but I can't help it. They just, they're like death to me. They're like the epitome of death.
This one's coming after me. Nah, it's not worth it for $10.
$500? I would try for $1 million. $10? No. No way.
Of course, it is possible to overcome our instincts.
Oh my God. Oh. Little bit, yeah.
But overcoming them is quite a battle.
Snaky, snaky. Oh, little guy. Hi, little guy. Oh, hi, hi. Whoa.
Fear is so important for our survival, we do something absolutely remarkable. Our bodies begin to react to a threat before we're even consciously aware of what the threat might be. Because when we're faced with danger, milliseconds count. At the first hint of danger, early warning signals are sent to the brain via the optic nerve, to our tiny and primitive fear center, the amygdala. This prepares our body for action. Next, nerve pulses are fired down the spinal cord to the adrenal glands near our kidneys. This triggers a release of adrenaline. Now we're on full alert. Adrenaline is the vital hormone that can flood our body in a split second. As it reaches our lungs, we breathe more deeply and take in more oxygen. It also makes our heart beat faster. Oxygen-rich blood is diverted to our muscles. They are now charged springs, waiting for the signal to run or fight. All this before our conscious mind has even registered a threat.